Hi, this is Mike Hendrickson from OSCON 2013. I'm here with Dan Gillmor. Dan, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you're with ASU
And many other projects.
Other projects.
I teach part-time at Arizona State with an online course on media literacy based on the last book, and then I work with students part-time on media entrepreneurship, and then I'm running around doing lots of other stuff.
Okay, so lots of that other stuff. You're giving a talk tomorrow.
Right.
Can you give us a preview now?
Well, the preview is I have this notion based on the work I've been doing for the new project that we're losing our liberty in technology and communications because it's all being pulled back to the center from the edges. Could we come up with a scorecard for individuals and companies and countries maybe on what level of liberty they allow or we have? And that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. It turned out to be a really interesting title and a really, really hard problem.
Yes. So I could also opt in for my liberty, how much I want and how much I don't want? Or is it...
You can do some of that, but there's a certain amount of stuff you cannot avoid. And that's true in the physical world. As someone pointed out to me yesterday, there's a monopoly called the U.S. Postal Service that is closed source, and we're kind of stuck with it. So we got to understand that this is a series of trade-offs, and sometimes for convenience, sometimes for security, a whole lot of things.
So you're exploring a lot of these boundaries between liberty and proprietary. And that exists everywhere. Even at this conference here, we have proprietary and open source. So how do you ever see that working together? Can it ever work together, or is the proprietary always going to be the bad guys? Or
I don't think proprietary is necessarily bad. It often is. The bigger it gets, the more likely it is to be bad, because of the old
control.
The old truth that power is corrupting, and the needs of shareholders will trump the needs of the users, and in particular, that's going to be the case where people are getting stuff for free, where, as the saying goes, they are the product and not the actual customer.
So there never really is going to be a free. There's always a cost to free.
I'd rather pay for stuff personally that I find useful, and my regret is that they won't let me.
Yeah, can you unpack that a little bit? We were talking earlier about you would like to pay for a service to not be tracked, or to have only the things that you want to be tracked for you.
Yeah. So an example is Facebook, which I don't trust at all, based on long track record. Yet it's a brilliant service, highly useful for a lot of people. They're incredibly innovative in their own way. I would probably hand them $10 a month for the use of that platform, if they would agree to delete any data that I created that was not like a posting that I wanted public. Or to my friends,
right.
After like a month, and if they agreed to never ever track me in any way anywhere else on the internet. I would actually think that would be a valuable service. It's not so much that I want to get invited to parties anymore, but the idea of keeping in touch. Now, I haven't used it in a long time, and I don't think I'm like out of touch with anybody I care about. But it's a wonderful bulletin board that I would rather use my way and not be caught in their data mongering, which is, I think, unfortunate and very abusive in some ways.
But they're not the only ones. I mean, there are other companies.
Google does it.
Yeah.
Microsoft does it. Everyone does it.
Yeah. There's this play to get data about everyone and everything. So, if there's one message you could give to the open source community and how media is evolving, what can this community do to help media evolve in a way that's useful for everyone?
I'll give you the sort of very wide view answer that's related to the control thing, which is I would like this community to think about creating an architecture that allows that where the benefits of the cloud can be applied, and there are some enormous benefits, but which also preserves individual privacy and control. Now, I don't know if that's irreconcilable. I don't think it is, and people are working at the edges of that, and some are directly going at it. But that would be, I think, the main thing, and I think it would have great impact for media creators as well, to retain more. It's not that I'm not saying people should retain control of everything in a DRM sense, because I don't believe in DRM. But I think people should, going back to the well in its early days, you own your words. That's not so true anymore, and I really worry about that.
So kind of an architecture of security, privacy, and participation intertwined?
Yeah, and I mean the cloud, there's some amazing stuff that the big data creates in the cloud for services for people. Again, I don't know. I'm just really digging into this now, but I don't know if we can have everything. But if we have, I'd rather have much less than the panopticon that we know is not just corporate, but now because the government just demands it from companies that have no choice and taps the backbone anyway. We're heading into a very dangerous situation with all of this, and I don't think we have a lot of time to turn the ship before it's too late.
Yeah. Well, Dan, I've enjoyed talking with you. I look forward to watching you as you help the media world evolve and where we're going in the future.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.